Greetings, y'all. It is Matt from the Green Arcade. I'm back. I'm playing some more Farming Simulator 25. Wouldn't y'all be shocked if I said something else? If I said, well, I'm back, I'm playing Super Mario Brothers or something, something other than Farming Simulator. I'm Matt from the Green Arcade, and I'm playing Strickland Propane because I sell propane and propane accessories. No, I'm back. We got some stuff to do. We've always got stuff to do though. We're gonna go sell this load of silage real quick, and then we're gonna actually get into doing corn chaff. So yeah, it's gonna be a journey. Join me, shall you? All right, let's get in here, and we're actually going to the farmers market. Not 225 price that I like, but it's the highest price. It's 219 down here. Everywhere else is lower. So I'm guessing that maybe September is not the best time to sell silage, but it is what it is. It's not a huge price fluctuation from 225 to 219, but you know, it's what, $6. So I mean, yeah, you would want the extra $6 if you were selling it. Just to say, you would want the extra $6. All right. So I've been doing some contracts. I did get the loan down to 2.7. That's fixing to change because I think I'm gonna go ahead and buy the forage header for the forage harvester. We're gonna take up the deer dealership on their deal where we can try out their forage harvester, see if we want to buy one. I'll let you in on a secret. We're probably gonna buy one anyway, but we get to test drive one for free. I think it's free. I don't know. We're gonna find out if it's free or not, because we're gonna use the one from the dealership. We sure can't afford one, so they don't know that. I'll be working some more contracts though. We'll probably invest in one like immediately after this season. Can you tell you've been playing Farming Simulator maybe a little too much? I had a dream that I accidentally sold a field. And I hope that's not like a precursor or something. What I did, I accidentally sold a field. And it was a field that we had planted and everything. Oh man, the chickens are back. Alright. Sell this load, we get a little extra cash. We gotta buy a dolly for sure. And then I'm gonna try to buy the header itself. Now the dolly that we need, let's see, I think it's under miscellaneous. I had to find one in the mod hub, and I had to find one that kind of worked. This is the in-game one. This one does not really work that well. Because the hitch is so high on the forage harvester. I have another one. This lizard does not work too well. It's about the same as the other one. But I did find another one. This one. And this one, how much is that? Well, let me change it up a little bit first. What is this? What is that doing? I don't even know what that's doing. Oh wait, it's changing the hubs out. I'm just gonna go with whatever was stock. So that's stock. That's what we'll go with. I don't know what that. I think it's just decorative. Anchoring. What? Ooh. You know what? That would probably help. That brings it up. Yeah, I think that would help. Trailer hitch. That's what we want. Or no, wait. What is that changing? Honestly, I don't. I think this is all just decorative stuff. I think we were on that one. We'll just go with that. Wheel design. What is that changing now? What is that? Oh my gosh, most of this stuff is decorative. Attacher type, that's what we need. So not that, not the fifth wheel, we need that. That high hitch, just making the hitch higher like that, because the hitch sits so high on the forage harvester, that makes a difference. Main color, you know what, we're gonna leave that. We're gonna leave the colors alone. We'll leave the plate on it even. Let's buy that, that's 31,000. An expensive dolly. Alright, let's go down to the shop. We're gonna use this trailer. The other trailers, I've tried most of them, and for what we need, this was the best option. Because the other trailers, because the hitch sits so high, unless there's a hitch, and I don't know, there might be a hitch that there might be something out there that you can put a lower hitch on. Like on the back of the thing. I don't even know if I've got something like that in here already. I might have something in here already. I'd have to look around and see what's out there. But I think this will work. I think we've done this kind of setup before. I think back in 22 we did this on Elm Creek a little bit, kind of somewhat similar like this. Okay, so there's the dolly. Tell you what, I'm just gonna look. I don't think we have anything though. I don't think these are, no, these wouldn't work. We would need some kind of, like, adapter type thing, and I don't think we have anything. There might be something out there in the mod world, but for now, we'll just use this setup. We know this works. Alright, we're going to shut the truck off, park it over here so we don't sell it. We will buy the header. You know what? Tell you what, let me grab the thing first. So we're shopping around here. Here we go. The guy already gave us the keys. So we're going to try this one. This is the European model, but it's very, very close to the model that we're kind of after. We've got an American model that we've been looking at, kind of. I wonder if that's by design. The deer crossing sign is the same as the John Deere. That's funny. Good screenshot too, right there. Ka-chee. Or no, that's not my camera sound. That sounded like more ka-ching, like a coin hitting the coffee can. That's what. How does the camera go? Kachuga? I don't know. Let's try it and see if it works. I'm glad it's not parked on a rock. Some of those down there, I think the tractor down there maybe or something is parked on a rock. That's not a boulder. That's a rock. Alright, and we're gonna need to connect this. Can I add silage additive to this? It wouldn't matter on corn, would it? I don't think it would matter. I don't think we won't do it there. I think that only matters if you like got the mower attachment. Yeah, so that works. That brings the dolly up there. Now let's see if we can attach to the trailer. Hopefully we can attach to the trailer. Shouldn't be able to. Should not be a problem. If I can back up right. Here we go. Totally works. Trying not to back into this man's field, but we gotta attach the header. All right. Let's go in. Gotta go back up. We're just gonna go ahead and go big here since we're gonna buy this anyway. Thinking this one right here, that's 9 meters. It's a pretty penny too. It's 127, so we are gonna have to take a little loan out. 127. I expected this. Come on, save already. Gotta work the loan. Alright. That one right there, 9 meters. You would think they would have provided us with the header too, but they did not. I think that's where they get you. They want you to lease one of their headers. But what they didn't know is I was going to buy one of their headers. Alright. So there's not one of their headers out here. I just didn't know we're looking, did I? I don't see it. Alright, let's test this out. So that looks pretty even to me. Let me switch back to the trailer, take that off. Switch back to the harvester, put the pipe out. So does that connect? It does connect, so you see it automatically move in there. Alright, put it back in while we go down the road. And we'll go down the road. On the road again. I think I'm gonna hit this field. I think this is the closest field down here. There's one across the tracks back that way, just north of the tracks. But there's another field right here. And you really want to do this in the month before it's ready to like actually harvest. Oh boy. Uh-oh. I gotta watch where I turn. Come on. Here we go. Let me get away from some of this stuff. I'm going to start out here in the middle where it's somewhat safe. Oh boy, I thought that was a car coming. I was like, wait a minute, I got traffic turned off. That was the plane. Alright, so let's switch to the header, unfold that. Back to the harvester, take that out there. Back to the header. Alright, I'm going to turn on. Can I turn on? Oh, you know what? You can't use GPS with these models. Okay, well, that's okay. We've got another one. Question is will the actual machine work for us? Yes, it will. Cool beans. Alright, we've got our other, what do you call it? Enhanced vehicle GPS. We'll just use that for now. And we are rolling. We're making the corn chaff, y'all. I think in game it's called either just chaff or, but in the harvester silo menu it's called corn chaff. Let me have my coffee, my Dr. Pepper. Yeah, this is most likely somewhat similar to the machine we're going to have, only ours will be the US style. They cost the same, but one's, one's US and not European. So this is an okay one. I mean, it's definitely a European because it has the red and white stripe, like markers on the bumper there. But it'd just be nice to have. I wish they would do that. I wish they would, like, okay, we're gonna make this John Deere forage harvester, you know, and we have they do have other vehicles with this option in the shop to make it switch between U.S. and European styles. I just wish they would make it. I would be much happier. I'd be a much happier consumer, much happier customer of Giant software if you made the U.S. style equipment that's available on the equipment. So, kind of takes me back to the 9RT John Deere back in 22. Giants had their own 9RT John Deere tractor. But it was the only John Deere tractor that you could not switch from a EU model to a US model. And we know that the 9RT John Deere came in a US model. And then, fortunately for us, Sid, I think it was Sid, it was Sid. He went and made one. I think he just took the in-game one maybe and made it a US model for us. So, he didn't come back and do that this time though. I wish he would have, but we found another one. We got one in the shop there. Trying to see what my turning radius was on this. Not too bad. I will say the model that we get will have the longer pipe on it, I think. I think it would work better. This one's working though. This is the standard, I do believe this is the standard pipe. I don't think the short pipe would work. Not too well. Alright. While we're going down that way, we'll take a look and see what we've been up to. I want to see how much money we made on contracts here. Let's see. Contract income. There it is. So in September, we've made 225. In August, we only made 97. July, we did 208. In June, we did 191. And then in May, we did 53. April was the biggest. Can you go back months on this? You can't go back. Wish we could see what we did in April. April was the busiest month. I think we did $1 million in contracts. It was crazy. So April seems to be the month to do it in. Harvest income. Most of that is probably going to be silage, except for June. June, that's when we sold the soybeans. So that's where we got the million, the 1.1 million there. So yeah, April I think if I remember right, it said $1 million in contract. I really hate that you can't go back. Can I do it with my mouse, maybe? I don't think there's any way to go back down here, can you? Can I go up to the top maybe and do it? Nope. It just switches back to the other thing. What's the statistics page? What is that? Oh, that gives you like all your totals and stuff. Okay. Does it give us contract incomes there? Nope. Basically, it's just like farm data. This might take me a while. But we're going about the average speed of a harvester, so. Wonder do we have any Stevie stuff? I was gonna say, if we had a Stevie header. We have the Colossus header. You gotta pick the right one though. We got some Krone ones. Those are standards. There's one there. That goes 10. Oh Lord, that goes 45. No, I think you'd have some yield loss on that one. What is that? Is that cotton down there? So this thing will, okay, this thing will do cotton. Okay. That's interesting. So then here's the in-game ones. I'm surprised that we don't have any Stevie. I guess Stevie hasn't done any forge headers yet. You know what? I don't think he's even done any forge harvesters yet. No, all we got is the old New Holland that we had. There's the US 9000 series. And then the Colossus. Huh. Okay, well. We might look at getting the... Where's it at? That one? Yeah, this one goes 10. I'm assuming you can... Oh, you can make it camouflage. Oh, that's funny. Brands? Where's that at? Up under there or something. So it just puts lizard on there. So we could probably just take lizard off. But you can change the color of it. So if you wanted to make it like a deer color. You could do like that. Got a green chassis with yellow things on the front. Is that like the in-game one? No, you know what? The in-game one I think is all yellow. So if you wanted to, you could make this one all yellow. Just kind of like the in-game one. You know what? I think one of the designs is green. Maybe that one. Look at it. Nope, it's all yellow pretty much. Other than that top little bar there. Okay. But you can go 10 miles an hour versus the 6 miles an hour standard. Or you could go really fast and pick the 45 mile an hour one. Actually, you could get that one and turn your speed to what you would want it. I wouldn't go, you know, really much faster than, you know, kind of like we do with the Mozilla mower. That one will go 24, but I like to go around maybe maximum 18. Now the next thing after we do all this corn chaffing will be, what are we going to do in October? We're going to harvest soybeans. It would be nice if we could buy another field, I'll be honest. I don't think we can afford anything right now though. We're broke. We bought the big field. That's probably enough for us for right now. There's another soybean field down here. This one is, if we got anything, it'd be this one, 128. And then there's another one up here. Yeah, that one's 393. Less likely to get that one. But in the future, you never know. We might buy it as a cornfield or something. They'll replant it as something else at some point. How much more loan can we take out right now? Actually, you know what? I retract that last statement. If there are more contracts, Let me get turned around here and we'll take a look. Hit the refresh button. I don't think there's any active. Nope, I've already done a bunch of them. There are some baling contracts we could do. And there's a few more cultivating ones we could do. That one's right up there by it. That one's not too far off. I think this one is down south for 14. I think our cultivator's still down there. I think I left him down there for one of those fields down there. Let's see. This field right there. Yeah, there he is. Yep, that's the Ford. So all I'd have to do is bring him down here, cultivate that one right there, and then cultivate those up there. There'd be some money there. I retract that last statement. We have to do it before September ends, if we're going to try to do it. Wait, they've already cut them? Am I seeing that right? How do they already cut the beans? You know what? The crop calendar is different here. Well, let me check that southern field there too then. No, it's still growing. So we can afford that one right now. But that one, that soybean field, apparently you can cut beans. I guess it depends on when you plant them. No, you can't cut beans till October. That field was there. Yeah, that's weird. That's messed up. Now in real life, you can cut beans in September if they're ready. You know, if they're you gotta check, you know, everything for moisture and stuff like that. But yeah, that shouldn't be harvested. Matter of fact, it's the field right in front of us, isn't it? Yeah, it's that one right there. Run over there real quick. Just about full. Here. Whoa! I did not look both ways. I did not look both ways. I became the hood ornament on a BNSF train. Yeah, these are cut. They're harvested already. I think the game is cheating us. Because technically you're not supposed to be able to harvest soybeans until October. They did them in September here. Well, I guess we'll have to keep that in mind for next time. Cut a few little inrows here. Well, if this one has not been harvested yet, and it has not, and it doesn't have weeds and it's fully fertilized, how much was that one? $128? We could buy that right now. Take out a little more loan, why not? Nope, I'm leaving a skipper. Field's not straight on the end. I'll come back and hit it. Around, right in our neighbor's field. That's what you do, right? Alright, Alright, so we'll take out a little bit more of that loan there. And then again, like before, all the money that we make from right now on will go towards paying the loan back off. So we'll buy this bean field because we've planted beans down there all around it anyway, so it just makes sense. That's the only really, besides the big one that we bought. There's no other bean fields. There's a couple corn fields out there, but you know what? I think we're going to be good on corn. We've got this one to harvest. We've got that little one back there to harvest. We've got that one over there to harvest. We've got the big Pac-Man field to harvest. I think we're probably going to be good on the corn chaff. This thing's about to be full anyway. 99. I'm full. You gotta remember to stop, because it will not stop you automatically. Okay, let's see. Shut that off. Fold that up. Pipe in. I guess we'll put our cover on. How far away can I drive this thing? Does it matter? And now, you know what? Is it charging us? I don't know if it's charging us or not. What's our number at? I would assume it would be like operating hours. Unless they charge us a leasing cost like at the end of the day. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I'm hoping that it's like the equipment over on Silver Run. Because you can use that equipment. You can't tab to it. You can't make customizations to it. It's basically like you're taking it for a test drive, you know? Well, the price, I don't think the price is changing up there, so I think we're good there. Doesn't matter about like the driving around part. But we're doing the corn silage now, the corn chaff. We'll be able to add that to the harvester, and we'll come back after this bonus episode and probably be Saturday morning. We'll have a huge soybean harvest. We'll attack that big giant field, and then probably a lot of the other ones. Sounds like a plan to me. So, I'll see you guys live. Twitch.tv/thegrainarcade, Saturday morning, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. And enjoy the rest of your Friday. We're getting into the weekend, y'all. Until the next time, always remember, you reap what you sow. It's Matt from the Grain Arcade. We'll see y'all in the next one. Have a good one.